Alright, you guys, welcome back to AI Collectibles. What I have for you today is the G.I. Joe Classified Series David L. Bazooka Gatzenbogen. Now, he is a Target exclusive in the States and a Toys R Us exclusive in Canada. These are just starting to hit the shelves, and I got lucky and was able to grab this run of figures. So what I'm going to do is get this guy unboxed, and we'll go through his articulation and his accessories. So stay tuned. Alright, so here's Bazooka outside of the package, and man, does he look fantastic. The paint apps, the articulation, they even have like a new waist ab crunch, which is really nice. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start with the accessories. So here you can see he's got a nice backpack, and the missiles for the bazooka all fit in there really nicely. And a little tight, but you're not worried they're going to fall out, right? And it looks great. You get his helmet. It's got a nice shade of red on it. I guess it would almost be like crimson or, yeah, nice dark red. Looks really good though, and the paint apps are nice and clean. You get his bazooka, which is also really nice. It's got some paint variation for the padding there that rests against his neck. And it's got some nice detail across. But what I really dig is that the back here opens up. So you can slide a missile in there, which is a nice feature. So you can toss it in there, close her up, and then it'll come out the other side, I think. Maybe not. It looks like there's a hole that goes all the way through, but maybe it stops. So, but yeah, I think that's pretty cool that they did that. And then it just pops out the back like so. So, yeah, that's pretty neat. So let's take a look at the figure. And he looks fantastic, man. Like, the paint apps, I love the Tom Selleck kind of look, the mustache. It's really well done. The paint apps are all nice and clean, all the lines. He's got nice broad shoulders. He's just a beefy boy. Like, he looks like he could lug around a bazooka no problem. So let's look at the articulation. It has your typical G.I. Joe classified articulation. You got that butterfly joint. Get a nice bicep cut. You get double pinless elbows. You get a wrist cut with also, well, this one goes up and down. He's got a nice ab crunch joint here, which is really nice. It's on a ball, same with his hip. He's got a nice belt there. I like how the buckle's painted, and again, it's all nice and clean. You get your typical legs, drop down, get a thigh cut. You get double pinned knees, but whatever. Then you get some nice boots, nice and brown. They got a shin cut as well, or a boot cut. And then you get your typical up, down, and then it's on a peg that twists as well, so you can get some of those deep stances. And I do want to advise being careful right out of the package. I do, with my classifieds, I do what I call the leg test. If I can push it forward with little resistance, then I'm okay. Then I won't put it in water. I won't add oil. But if I'm getting some grief moving this leg forward, like so, like this guy, it wasn't moving. And what that does is cause stress on that pin, which you don't want to do. And if you can tell, it's a little wet in there because I soaked him first and then moved the joints. And then a little trick I learned from watching RoboFoosh is I got some of the Singer like all-purpose oil. It's meant for sewing machines. And what I do is I just drop a little, it's got a little tip here, right? Take it off and I just do one drop. And that even seems to be a bit too much because it still leaks out a bit after you move the joint around, so I just wipe it off with a paper towel. And yeah, it works. After you heat it up, then you get that range of movement and you're not worried you're going to add stress to those joints. So let's check out the helmet. Toss this on him, and it fits nice and snug. It looks great. It's better than the Dusty helmet, which is kind of a hot mess. It's too big. Dusty's head's too small, and it just doesn't look good. Where Bazooka's looks fantastic on him. That's a great looking helmet. It's a great look. And then you got his bazooka here as well. And one thing I forgot to mention in the accessories is there's these two little clips on the bottom of the backpack. And then he's got the handle here. And that just goes in the hooks. And it's kind of a softer rubber, so it's pliable enough where you can kind of screw around and get it sitting on there nicely, like so. And then you got the other rocket. You can throw it in the backpack. And then we'll kit him out. Throw that on his back. And there you go. Now he's all ready to roll. And man, does he look great. Again, I really like the colors. I know I post a lot of G.I. Joe Classified reviews and pictures because right now they're just my favorite line, hands down, of figures. So what I'm going to do is bring in some other figures for some size comparisons. So I have the Tiger Force Outback, and they look fantastic together, being as they're both from Tiger Force. And then I have the Python Patrol Bat, which, you know, again, they all look pretty fantastic together. And we'll get Outback out of there. And then I will bring in, keep losing his goggles, but I'll bring in the Python Patrol Viper. Now, from the figures you see here, I'm pretty sure you can guess what else I will be reviewing. So, yeah, I ended up picking up Rotor Bazooka as well as Kondo, and I also picked up the Python Patrol Officer, so I will be reviewing those as well. So, yeah, he's just a great looking figure. I know I say that a lot with classifieds. This guy doesn't really have any negatives that I can see, man. Like, I just really like this figure. It's poses well. He's got a nice muscle structure. Everything looks nice and clean, you know, other than the legs. But if you collect classifieds, you kind of know what you're getting into there. So, a little bit of care. And like I said, I do the little leg test. If I have any restriction whatsoever when I move that leg forward, then I just add a little heat. Throw it in a cup of hot water. I just use tap water. I know some guys use like boiling kettle water, and I've never had to have gone that far. So, and there you go. And then, you know, these guys have great articulation as well too. So, and he can hold the bazooka just as he's supposed to, right? Which looks fantastic. You can get him in some nice deep crouches with that ankle articulation, and he's ready to go, man. Like, look out, you got a bazooka coming your way. You about to get messed up. But, yeah, great figure. I'm really enjoying this line, like I said. It's, you know, the only line I'm 100% into. So, yeah, hope you like my review. Like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get notified when I put out new videos. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. I'm out of here.